Okay, you are recording and you're live on YouTube and it's 7:04, so I will shut my video off and let you guys continue.
Thanks, Sharon.
If you need to share the screen, just let me know and I will do that.
Good evening and welcome to the Environmental Impact Commission meeting, September 9, 2020. It's a web-based meeting hosted on Zoom. Before we start the meeting, we've already discussed some of it, but those of you who don't know, Joe Mead is retiring as of today. Well, he has till the end of the month. This is his last meeting. We're going to lose a wealth of knowledge and experience. Joe, I don't know what we're going to do. I guess I have to start going to your house and waking you up in the morning. give us a hand here or something, you know? So I don't know who his replacement is yet, and I'm not sure if anybody knows.
I told everybody. I told everybody at City Hall they can call me. I don't know if I'll answer, but they can call me.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Before you leave today, Joe, give me your cell phone number. I don't have that listed here.
Okay, I'll get it. I'll get it to
All
you,
right. You'll be sorry.
Jeff.
Okay, roll.
No, I need
Let's
help.
start
I
the
really
meeting.
got these. I need some help here.
Okay. I heard that for a long time now. Let's start with roll call. Bernie Gale is a yes. Jeff Harold, yes.
Yes.
Matt Rose,
Yes.
Alex Walk.
Yes.
Okay. We have 4. That's a quorum. We can't accept the minutes this evening because the people that were at these meetings aren't here to vote on them. So the minutes from 7:22 and 8:26 will postpone to our next meeting. Old business. First item on the agenda is regulated activity 1121. Okay, it's a summary ruling with 6 conditions. I believe everybody's received it. Any questions from anyone? Anything
No.
they'd like to ask? Joe and I did an on-site on it the other day. Joe, anything you wanted to say on it, or?
Yeah, just that Mike was incorporated the conditions and the stuff that we had talked about on site into the plan, and I believe that all got distributed. But it's a upland wetland area, and it's the bulk of the site will remain undeveloped.
Any questions of anyone? Then I'll take a motion to accept the project as presented for the summary
make the
ruling with
motion.
6 conditions.
I'll make the motion that we accept the project as presented with the conditions as specified.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded to accept regulated activity 1121 with a summary ruling and the 6 conditions as presented. Roll call vote. Yes. Jeff Harold,
Yes.
Matt Rose,
Yes.
Alex,
Yes.
motion carries. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is regulated activity 1123, which is Old Lantern Road. Here again, we have a summary ruling in front of us with, I believe it's 5 conditions. Yes, with 5 conditions. Anything you want to share with us on with that, Joe? Share with us?
No, I was pretty straightforward with the presentation at the last meeting, and there's going to be no direct encroachment into any wetlands. Just all the work is going to be done within a regulated area. And we discussed at length at the last meeting about the sedimentation erosion control measures that they were going to put in place. So I think that we're pretty confident it's going to go as planned with no adverse effects in the wetlands.
With the 5 conditions, all right. Neil, welcome to the meeting. I didn't see you come in.
I just joined you, Bernie, right in time. Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone have any questions on this, remarks? Motion is in order to accept
I'll
it with
make
the
a-
summary ruling with 5 conditions.
I'll make a motion. It's Matt to approve regulated activity 1123, 11 Old Lantern Road with the 5 conditions of approval.
I'll second that. That's Jeff.
Motion made and seconded to approve regulated activity 1123 with the 5 conditions as presented. Okay, roll call vote. Jeff Harold,
Yes.
Matt Rose,
Yes.
Alex Walk.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your time. Like I say hello to my friend Mike Ziska, who I see in the corner of my screen. Hello, Mike. Thanks, Bernie. Thank you, guys.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks, Neil.
Next item on the agenda is 1107 Saunders, Frank and Judith, 98th and 100th Street. They had come before us before. We told them they needed to have a special exemption showing they are a farm, which they've received. Joe, did you want to speak on this at all, or?
No, that was for the zoning and what was allowed, and whether there was with farming was allowed in that zone, and it is allowed, but with special exception. Is that the case, Mike?
That's my understanding, yes, that this particular use required a special exception.
Who
Anybody have any
issues that
questions on
special
this?
exception? I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Bernie, who actually issues the special exception?
In this case, it was the Planning Commission.
The Planning Commission, okay. I'm just looking at all the paperwork or all of the stuff here.
So yeah, so they meet all the other criteria for a farm by acreage and what they are producing. So the question was, and then the only other question was about the pond and whether or not it was essential to the farming operation. I know that there's been some legal cases where the decision by other either environmental impact commission or inland wetlands agencies has been predicated on whether or not the pond was essential to the farming operation and therefore exempt from inland wetlands regulations. And that was probably aside from getting the special exception, that was probably the crux of the issue. And I think that that is what the decision before us was hinged on. Is that a fair assessment?
I
That,
think so.
that seems fair. I don't know whether Frank and Judith are available. They were supposed to be contacting you by phone. I'm not sure if Frank and Judy, are you on?
They are not.
All right, then if I may, what I can tell you is that the pond right now is about 12 to 16 inches deep, and it is bone dry at this time, which is another reason why they thought it would be a great idea to do what they need to do right now while it is bone dry. They're planning to have basically a Christmas tree farm, and right now they have been irrigating the seedlings with well water. Those of you that are experiencing the drought, as I am here in my town, know that being on a well is sometimes a little bit frightening thing in these kinds of circumstances. So they've been using their well water to irrigate the seedlings, and obviously that's not ideal. So what they want to do is to dig the pond, which is already, it's a man-made pond. It was used for a skating rink. They want to dig it about 3 feet deeper so that it will hold water during the drier period. So based on what they've told me, it absolutely is essential for them to be able to have a source of irrigation for those seedlings. And the well water is simply not going to work. They need some other source that they can rely on. So this is their way of accomplishing that.
Yeah, I believe they said they were toting their well water from their private home over to the seedlings in like gallon jugs.
Yeah, that's what they said, yes.
So that is, yeah, I think all those things combined with the fact that and when Bernie and I were up at King Street, we took a swing by this site as well, and the new development that is across the street from the pond area is soon to get their final coat of asphalt, and that will contribute to the drainage going into that pond. So but for all those reasons, I think that that it is essential and therefore would be exempt from inland wetlands regulations.
I do have one question, Bernie. I'm not sure who to ask, but I'm going to put it out there. I notice on the activity information of the 6 sections, the 2 of them are checked. And it does refer to the 5 pond, less than 5 acres. But the first one says grazing, farming, nurseries, gardening, and harvesting of crops. With grazing being in there, does that mean they could technically put some kind of a farm animal in there without further application?
No, I think that those are, it's my understanding that those are just activities that constitute what the state of Connecticut considers a farm. Is that essentially it, Mike?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Of course, the state definition of farming is extremely broad. So this definition of farming in 22A40 is very, very shortened from that, but it was to give an example of the types of things that the state considers to be farming. You'd have to look at section 1-1, I believe it's M or something like that, for the state definition of farming, and you can see there's a lot more than that listed.
Yeah, but about forestry and nurseries are listed in the farming definition.
That's right.
Okay. Thank you.
I think the only thing we have left is to accept the report. They have the special exception.
I
Mr.
make a
Chairman, excuse
motion-
me, it's Sharon. There's a Rick waiting to get in. Does anybody recognize a Rick? Anybody? All right, I'm
don't.
just give it a second. I'm gonna see what application he is, wants.
Joe, I think all we have to do is accept the communication, correct?
Oh, it's Rick Jowdy. Okay.
Yeah, in that, I think that Rick Jowdy was in for 204 King Street, which has already been approved.
Already been approved, Rick. Rick,
Hold on, he's not in yet. There he is.
I believe all we have to do, Joe, is just accept the communication.
Yeah, so accept that that the activities on that site are exempt from inland wetlands based on the fact that it's a farm.
So you need a motion to accept it?
There's a second.
Second.
Motion made in second to accept this special exception that it is allowed to have a farm. Oh, I gotta do a roll call. Jeff Harrell,
Yes.
Matt Rose,
Yes.
Alex,
Yes.
Bernie, yes, motion carries. Finally done with that. Now,
Thank
is
you
Rick
so much,
going
Jeff.
or is he? I guess Rick left. Okay,
Thank you so much, gentlemen and ladies, and Joe, best wishes to you on your retirement.
Oh, thank you very much, and you know, best wishes to the Saunderses as well. I know this has been a long time coming for them.
I just wanted to tease you though. I have when I started tonight, I was hearing you talking about your LPs. I have a signed LP by Justin Hayward, John Lodge, and
Oh, oh, man. There you go.
I got to introduce them on stage once.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. Locally or whereabouts?
That was down at Wallingford.
Oh, at the yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was.
Oh, I've seen them about 25 times, and each time I see them, there's fewer of them on stage. So,
I know. Well, they're getting long in the tooth like I am.
well, one of them died, right? Graham died. So anyway,
Did he?
yeah, one of them
Okay,
did.
let's go back to where we are, guys.
All right. Sorry. See you later. Bye. Bye,
Thank
Mike.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Rick, are you into us yet? Next, we have applications for administrative approval. As you can see, there's 4 of them. The first one is 651 RAA. Do you have anything on it, Joe, you wanted to?
No,
You
these
wanna
are the Pamela Equities sites are the ones up off of Bear Mountain Road, and we've had several of these before us previously. The applications have already been approved by the Environmental Impact Commission, obviously, and they're past their extension dates. So I think that they just need to come before us, and I think that administrative approval is in order. I think that there's no changes to the site.
Are we talking 651R?
I think that there's three of them from
651R
Pamela
is the
Equities.
first one, yes.
Okay. I'm
The
just reading,
second one
trying to
is
make sure I'm on the right page.
661E. The third one is 665A. Okay. They're all the same, but I'm sure we're
Yep.
gonna have to vote on them one at a time. What's your pleasure with EIC number 651? Approve
I
as
make
it was.
a motion, we accept it. Or how, now, what do you need to do?
Just approve it as recommendation for
Okay.
administrative approval.
All right, I make a motion, we administratively approve EIC 651R AA.
A second.
Second?
Alex,
Remarks?
I'll second.
Alex, any remarks? Roll call vote. Bernie Gallo's a yes. Jeff Harold's a yes.
Yes,
Matt Rose a yes.
Yes.
Alex Wolf is a yes.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda. EIC number 661E. Dash AA. Same thing. What's your pleasure?
make a motion, we accept it as administrative approval, EIC 661E AA.
Second,
I'll second.
remarks? Roll call vote. Bernie Gallo's a yes. Jeff Harold's a yes.
Yes,
Matt Rose a yes.
Yes.
Alex, yes.
Yes.
Motion carries. Almost done, guys. Next item is EIC 665AA. Same thing, Pamela Equities. Pleasure.
make a motion, we accept it administratively, EIC 665E AA.
Second,
I'll second.
remarks? All those in
Clar-
favor, Bernie Gallo.
Just
Jeff
for
Harold's a
clarification,
yes.
Bernie, just for clarification, that's 665-AA.
Yeah,
Yes. I'm sorry, I said
Uh,
AA, yeah.
Well, I think
Oh.
Jeff, he might have thrown an E in there.
Well, it says an E, it says 665E AA on mine, and I just read it that way.
okay.
Okay.
Matt Rose is a yes. Alex a yes.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda. EIC number 953AA, Colonial Subaru, 89 Newtown Road. Joe, can you help us out here?
Yeah, you bet. Again, this is something that has already been approved by the Environmental Impact Commission. There are some minor changes to the plan. And Ben, did you want to go over what changes those were?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. For the record, Benjamin Dodo, licensed professional engineer representing the applicant, Colonial Subaru. The Colonial Subaru site, do you mind if I share my screen, everybody?
Go ahead. Go
Because
ahead.
it'd be easier. I think Sharon needs to let me.
You're set. You should be good.
Okay, thank you, Sharon. Everybody's familiar with the Colonial Subaru site at 89 Newtown Road. It's the former Robert Buick site. Years ago, 2012-13, they demoed the entire Robert Buick site and built a dealership. Well, they currently need a service addition. The site does not contain wetlands. Here's Newtown Road. The existing building is right here. I'm tracing it. We had, with the original approval, an administrative approval with respect to this because it was basically all pavement site that was being replaced with a modern site. The proposal is to do a service addition off to the west side. Again, this addition is not in the regulated area, but just to be safe, there is a small water course off-site right here. So we do have, part of the site is within the regulated area. There are no grading activities here within the regulated area. There's just some parking restriping that's going on. The site already contains, as part of the original approval, a stormwater management system. It has a detention system, and it has a oil water separator unit that treats the water before it leaves the site and goes here. The existing building is going in an area of complete pavement right now. So again, the site itself and our impact to the wetlands on the neighbor's property is really nothing from a standpoint of potential impact to the wetlands. And the actual addition, like I had said, is well outside of the regulated area, but we just wanted to be safe here and still apply for to go into front of the EIC to show the changes that we are making to the site.
You bet, Ben. I think, and for those reasons and my review of the plan, that obviously there's no significant impact on the wetlands in that site. So I thought that that administrative approval for this was in order.
Anybody else have anything to say?
Nope.
Sharon, just put us back where we were, if you don't mind. Thank you. Okay, you need a motion to approve this one?
Make a motion, we approve EIC number 5953 administratively.
Second,
Motion made, second to approve the regular activity 953 AA, Colonial Subaru. Roll call vote. Yellow's a yes. Jeff Harold's a yes.
Yes.
Dan Rose a yes.
Yes.
Alex is a yes.
Yes.
Motion's approved. The only thing we have is correspondence,
What?
which I'm going to.
What?
Go
One
ahead.
more thing, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Joe, it's been a pleasure working with you over these years. Congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you very much, Ben.
It's going to be a disaster from our end, you leaving. I'll leave it at that.
RN too.
We're not gonna have
Well,
any
thanks.
meetings.
Thanks for the sentiment.
Okay. Good night.
We're not
Sorry,
gonna-
Bernie.
We're not gonna have-
Good night, Ben.
we're not gonna have any meetings, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Yeah.
If we haven't appointed anybody to take his place, we can't have any meetings.
We'll just keep giving Mary the paperwork then.
Okay.
That
All
works.
right. See you
Okay,
guys. Good night.
Okay,
Bye, Ben.
everybody
Thank
has correspondence? Adjournment's in order.
So moved.
second,
Motion made and second to adjourn at 7:27.
Joe, can you call me?
What?
You bet,
Roll
Jeff.
call vote.
Hey, Bern.
Thanks.
Hey, Rich, you're all
Chairman.
set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if
You're all
there was a
set,
vote.
Rich.
Congratulations, Joe. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy it,
Okay.
man. Enjoy it. And
No,
don't empty
yeah.
your attic out too soon.
Jeff Harold's a yes. Matt Rose a yes. Alex a yes. We're
Yes.
adjourned.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone. We got through it.
Thanks, Sharon.
No.
Thanks, Mary.
Okay, good night, everybody.
good night.
Bye.
Congrats, Joe.
Your house.
Thank you very much. Good night. I can go pop the champagne now.
There
Good.
you go.
Okay.
The bourbon, the bourbon. Make it